Sutra. Moreover, universally expansive, in the future, in Jambudvipa, when the wives of Kshatriyas, Brahmans, elders, and upasakas of the various families and clans are about to give birth to sons or daughters, the family members should recite this inconceivable sutra and the Bodhisattva's name a full 10,000 times during the 7 days before the birth of those children. If those infants, whether male or female, had been destined to undergo a terrible retribution for things done in past lives, they will be liberated from those retributions. They will be peaceful, happy, easily raised, and will have longer lives. If those children were due to receive blessings, then their peace and happiness will increase, as will their lifespans. Commentary. Moreover, universally expansive, Shakyamuni Buddha again explained, so universally expansive that in the future in Jambudvipa, beings in northern Uttarakuru of the 4 great continents are born under trees. Labor is very easy and not at all painful. Babies come right out as if chickens laying eggs. Females giving birth do not undergo so much pain like those do in southern Jambudvipa. Very few births occur in eastern Purvavidya and western Uparagodaniya because beings there have very little sexual desire, so they do not have so many children. Only beings in southern Jambudvipa believe the more births there are, the better. Women endure tremendous pain in labor. So now we only talk about southern Jambudvipa. When the wives of India's nobility, the Kshatriyas, the noble clan of purity who are the Brahmans, the wealthy elders, and the upasakas. The elders and upasakas have money but not official posts, while the Brahmans and the Kshatriyas enjoy nobility and affluence too. When the wives of all the various families and clans of different nationalities or race are about to give birth to sons or daughter, some difficult labor situations include newborns in a horizontal or reverse position. Some newborns have difficulty coming out because it sticks out one of its legs first. Some difficult labor situations involve the baby dragging out the mother's intestines. No matter how difficult the labor, though, the family members should recite this inconceivable sutra of earth store and the Bodhisattva earth store's name a full 10,000 times during the 7 days before the birth of those children. If those infants, whether male or female, had been destined to undergo a terrible retribution for things done in past lives, they will be liberated from those retributions. They will be peaceful, happy, easily raised, and will have longer lives. If those children did not commit any offenses and were due to receive blessings, then their peace and happiness will increase, as will their lifespans. There's nothing certain about people's suffering and bliss. There's nothing certain about people's lifespans either. Fortune tellers may tell some people that they will live until 30, but they reach 40 and are still alive. What is the reason for that? The length of people's lives is flexible rather than rigid. Do good deeds and you will extend your life. Do bad deeds and your lifespan will decrease. Nothing is fixed. For instance, one baby is meant to endure a lot of suffering due to his offense karma, but recite the Earth Store Sutra or the name of Earth Store Bodhisattva for him, and his pain disappear. He will be happy, easy to raise, and live longer. You may deduce from this that nothing in life is fixed, it merely depends on how you act. Sutra, moreover, universally expansive on the 1st, 8th, 14th, 15th, 18th, 23rd, 24th, 28th, 29th, and 38th days of the lunar month, the offenses of beings are tabulated and their gravity assessed. Every single movement or stirring of thought on the part of beings of Jambudvipa creates karma and offenses. How much more is that the case when they blatantly indulge in killing, stealing, sexual misconduct, false speech, and hundreds of thousands of other kinds of offenses? If they are able to recite the sutra once on those 10 vegetarian days before the images of Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, or worthy ones and sages, then no disasters will occur within a radius of 100 yojanas around them. The relatives of those who recite, both old and young, now and in the future, will be apart from the evil paths throughout hundreds of thousands of years. If they can recite the sutra once on each of these 10 vegetarian days, then there will be no accidents or illnesses in the family, and they will have food and clothing in abundance. Commentary. Moreover, universally expansive on the 1st, 8th, 14th, 15th, 18th, 23rd, 24th, 28th, 29th, and 30th days of the lunar month, the offenses of all beings are tabulated and their gravity assessed. Living beings are observed and evaluated for their karma during these 10 days. All the ghosts and spirits gather to check to see how much offense someone has accrued. These 10 days are when beings are being investigated. Their offenses are then collected, counted, and judged to see how heavy or slight each individual's offenses are. Sentences are given accordingly. Every single movement or stirring of thought on the part of beings of southern Jambudvipa creates karma and offenses. Every thought that occurs during movement or stillness is offense karma. How much more is that the case when they blatantly indulge in killing, stealing, sexual misconduct, false speech, and hundreds of thousands of other kinds of offenses? Even if they do not kill or hurt others, you create offense karma just by entertaining a thought, not to mention wantonly indulging in killing and hurting living beings. Or they do improper things such as stealing and engaging in sexual misconduct. Promiscuity is not a problem in the West, but Buddhist sutras already make it very clear that all beings habitually commit grave offenses in this area. Among all evils, sexual misconduct is the most egregious, or they brag. We are only mentioning some offenses in brief. Were we to talk about offenses in more detail, we can list millions upon millions of them. If they are able to recite this sutra once on those 10 vegetarian days, they eat pure foods rather than meat or pungent foods. They recite the Ashta Sutra before the images of Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, or worthy ones and sages. Then no disasters will occur within a radius of 100 yojanas around them. A large yojana is 80 li, a medium yojana is 60 li, and a small yojana is 40 li. The relatives of those who recite, both old and young, now and in the future, will be apart from the retribution of being in the evil paths of hell beings, hungry ghosts, animals, and asuras throughout hundreds of thousands of years. If they can recite this Ashta Sutra once on each of these 10 vegetarian days, then there will be no accidents or illnesses in the family, and they will have food and clothing in abundance. Sutra. Universally expansive, you should know of the beneficial deeds done by Earth-Star Bodhisattva as he makes use of his indescribably millions of great awesome spiritual powers. The beings of Jambudvipa have strong affinities with this Bodhisattva. If they hear the Bodhisattva's name, see the Bodhisattva's image, or hear but a few words, a verse, or a sentence of this sutra, they will enjoy particularly wonderful peace and happiness in this present life. Throughout thousands of millions of future lives, they will always be handsome or beautiful, and they will be born into honorable and wealthy families. Having heard the Buddha, thus come one, praise Earth-Star Bodhisattva in that way. Universally expansive Bodhisattva knelt, placed his palms together, and again addressed the Buddha, saying, World Honored One, I have long known that this Bodhisattva has both inconceivable spiritual powers and mighty vows. I have questioned the thus come one so that beings in the future could know of these benefits. I now receive your answer most respectfully. World Honored One, what should the title of this sutra be, and how should we propagate it? The Buddha said to Universally Expansive, this sutra has 3 titles. The first is the past vows of Earth-Star Bodhisattva. It is also called Earth-Star's past conduct, and also Sutra of the power of Earth-Star's past vows. Because this Bodhisattva repeatedly makes such great and mighty vows throughout long eons to benefit beings, you should all propagate this sutra in accordance with them. After Universally Expansive had heard that, he placed his palms together respectfully, made obeisance, and withdrew. Commentary. Universally expansive, you should know of the beneficial deeds done by Earth-Star Bodhisattva as he makes use of his indescribably millions of billions of great awesome spiritual powers. Therefore, universally expansive, you should know that Earth-Star Bodhisattva Mahasattva has the various ineffable awesome spiritual powers, numbering millions and billions like those described above. The beings of Jambudvipa have strong affinities with this Bodhisattva. The Buddha says, you see, as Chinese Buddhism comes to the United States, Earth-Star Bodhisattva came too. He is with a lot of lay people right now and helping you to cultivate. This indicates tremendous affinities, not merely for the present, but strong affinities developed since many lives and many eons ago. If they hear the Bodhisattva Earth-Star's name, see the Bodhisattva Earth-Star's image, or hear but a few words, listening even to these words, Earth-Star Sutra eliminates 3 types of delusions. What are the 3 types of delusions? They are crude delusions, subtle delusions, and delusions like a dust moth. There are also delusions in view, delusions in thought, and ignorance. Delusions in view are crude delusions. Delusions in thought are subtle delusions, and ignorance is a delusion like a dust moth. You can shatter these 3 types of delusions, eliminating your karmic obstructions due to retribution, and obstructions in the form of afflictions. You say, I have been listening to the sutra for so long, but I still have not eliminated any obstruction. I still have so many afflictions and a huge temper like I had before I started listening to the sutras. With regard to obstructions in retribution, you say, I feel that I have not eliminated any obstructions. Your feeling indicates that you wish to eliminate them. If you did not want to, you would not even realize that you have karmic obstructions due to retribution, and obstructions in the form of afflictions. Originally, you felt that your afflictions were like your treasure and did not want to toss them. Now you feel that you have not lost them, which means you are starting to be free of afflictions. Consequently, you can eliminate your 3 obstructions, realize your 3 wisdoms. The wisdom of various dharmas, all wisdom, and all modes of wisdom. You can certify to the 3 virtues too, which are the virtue of the Dharma body, the virtue of prana, and the virtue of liberation. Hearing just 5 words in this sutra, you can shatter your afflictions due to the 5 dwellings. What are the afflictions of the 5 dwellings? They are affliction from dwelling in views and love, affliction from dwelling in desire and love, affliction from dwelling in form and love, afflictions from dwelling in no form and love, and affliction from dwelling in ignorance. Loving something from seeing it and being attached to it is affliction from dwelling in views and love. Affliction from dwelling in desire and love means where there is desire, there is affliction. Where there is love, there is affliction. Without love, there is no hatred, which means no afflictions. No love, no hatred, and no afflictions. Affliction from dwelling in form and love means attachment to objects of form. Affliction from dwelling in no form and love occurs in the formless realm. These, along with affliction from dwelling in ignorance, make up the afflictions of the 5 dwellings. Encountering the Ashta Sutra, you can eliminate the afflictions of the 5 dwellings and transcend transmigration in the 5 destinies. There are actually 6 types of beings, but asuras are scattered among the various destinies, so we say the 5 destinies. This sutra can also plant and develop your 5 roots, which will grow the 5 powers. The 5 roots are the roots of faith, diligence, mindfulness, samadhi, and wisdom. The 5 powers are the powers of faith, diligence, mindfulness, samadhi, and wisdom. These also develop the 5 aspects of the Dharma body, which are precepts, samadhi, wisdom, plus liberation and liberated knowledge and views. One can acquire the 5 aspects of the Dharma body since one is liberated even from one's knowledge and views. They may transcend through one gate and enter a wonderful and adorned path by hearing the principles contained in a verse or a sentence of this sutra. They will then acquire the perfectly bright nature that is one, or the perfectly bright sea of nature. There are many principles contained herein, but I am just saying some of these terms for you. We will talk about it when we have the opportunity in time. As a result, they will enjoy particularly wonderful peace and happiness in this present life. Through thousands of millions of future lives, they will always be handsome or beautiful. Some people do not look right. For instance, they are born with a monkey head, the face of a horse, or eyes like a rat's. The Chinese describe someone ugly with terms like a rabbit head, snake eyes, rat ears, and eagle cheeks. Someone does not look good when they have the features of many animals on them. Now you, however, have upright features, and they will be born into honorable and wealthy families. Those who are rich and noble have virtue. People without virtue are poor and lowly because they have slandered the triple jewel. Those who are born in respectable and elite families are virtuous individuals. Having heard the Buddha, thus come one, praise Ashta Bodhisattva in that way, universally expansive Bodhisattva knelt, placed his palms together. Some sutras say they kneel to each other. Kneeling here means genuflecting the right knee only and not the left knee. The way we kneel with both knees on the ground while we recite the sutra is not as difficult as kneeling with one knee on the ground. The Buddha allowed women to kneel with both knees on the ground, but men may only genuflect with one knee. Newly ordained bhikshus in the Sri Lanka and Burmese traditions see the more senior bhikshus and kneel with their right knee. Novices cannot look at bhikshus. They lower their heads even if they are kneeling. Neither men nor women can look at elders casually. Universally expansive put his palms together and again addressed the Buddha, saying, World Honored One, I have long known that this Bodhisattva has both inconceivable spiritual powers and mighty vows. I have questioned the third command, so that beings in the future could all now of these benefits from earth-stalking Bodhisattva. I now receive your answer most respectfully. World Honored One, what should the title of this sutra be, and how should we propagate it? How do I, universally expansive, and other bodhisattvas circulate and distribute this Earth Sutra, Earth Star Sutra? We may print more of this sutra so that everyone knows about it. The Buddha Shakyamuni said to Universally Expansive, this sutra has 3 titles. The first is the past vows of Earth Star Bodhisattva. It is also called Earth Star's past conduct and also Sutra of the power of Earth Star's past vows. Because this Bodhisattva repeatedly makes such great and mighty vows throughout the long years to benefit beings, he wants to benefit all beings. I tell you, the way to practice the Bodhisattva path is to do whatever benefits living beings and avoid anything that harms living beings. If it is helpful, I am willing to give away even my head to someone. If it is harmful, I refuse to give away even one hair of mine. Act according to this kind of vow. You should all propagate this sutra in accordance with them. Circulate the Earth Star Sutra according to the vows of Earth Star Bodhisattva. Circulate and distribute the Earth Star Sutra according to each of your Bodhisattva's vows. After universally expansive Bodhisattva had heard that, he placed his palms together respectfully, gazed up at Shakyamuni Buddha, respectfully made obeisance, and withdrew to the side.